Yeah, so if you can go ahead and share about your unexpected journey into channeling and how you discovered your ability.
Sure. I'll define channeling because we all have a little bit of a different take on it. But when I talk about channeling, I'm really referring to connecting to divine energy and wisdom. So this isn't something that's unique or exclusive. It's actually our birthright. We are always channeling, and there's many different forms. There's art, music, dance, writing. All of these are different forms of channeling. So for me, I am a specialist in communication. I've been a speech language pathologist for decades. And so I understand the brain and how it works and how communication functions. So when my mother was diagnosed with dementia, I would have thought that I was well prepared to assist her with all things communication. However, because it was my mother and we have a different relationship than I would have with any other client or hospital patient, we were really struggling to understand each other and to maintain our connection and to have a healthy relationship. So I needed to find a way to protect that connection with her and find ways to understand her that would transcend traditional communicative methods like verbal communication. Lucky for me, at that time in my life, I had a very dear friend who was a professional channel. That just meant that she was able to connect to souls who were here on the planet and find out whatever answers to the questions that we had from those souls. And I had a lot of questions to ask my mom's soul. So my friend graciously channeled my mother for me. Now, to clarify, this is while my mom was still living. So I got to ask her things like, what do you need from me? What are our soul agreements? How can I support you better? How am I getting in your way? What is our journey meant to look like? And how can I be more of assistance? And her soul, through my friend, communicated the answers to these questions. And it completely changed my relationship with my mother. It shifted everything. It allowed me to see and understand her at a very deep level, which allowed our relationship to really coalesce and come close together. And now we have the best relationship we've ever had. She's on the other side. But it started there. That was really the shift for me. And when I saw what channeling could do for me and my mom's relationship, I started to wonder, where could I apply it in other relationships in my life? How can I learn to do this for myself? How can I teach others to do it for themselves? And here we are.
Wow, and how amazing. So you are still in communication with your mother to this day.
Yes.
That
Yes.
is beautiful. I wish all of us, because I was just sharing with my listeners and to my guests that I had recently spoken to, that I've lost five family members in July. And
Oh,
I just been devastated. I've had to cancel podcasts. I'm just getting over this sickness too. I think everything all at once just hit me hard. But if I can just learn how to then channel and then communicate with them, that'd be awesome. And I do kind of see and I feel it in my heart. So that's why I'm like, okay, this is probably them, coming as forms as butterflies, dragonflies, and wasps. Like I have this black wasp living inside my house for I don't know how long. And I'm like, I'm not gonna kill it. It looks too beautiful. It has like these beautiful bluish colors. And I was just hanging around. I'm just like, okay. My cat tried to get it, couldn't get it. And then the kids are like, "Oh, it's here again." And so I'm like, what if these are them trying to like communicate, "Hey, I'm here," but yet I can't hear anything yet or anything, but I do see and I sense. So that's where I'm at with that. But that is so awesome that you can just go ahead and communicate with her. It's like they're never gone. They're always with you. Oh,
that's right. And that's beautiful that you're open to that and you're recognizing these animal messengers because that's what they are. In insect form, in mammal form, in reptile form, they're messengers for us. And it is a way of connecting to our loved ones on the other side. And I'm so sorry for all of that loss you went through all at once and so recently. I myself just walked my father through his passing just 2 weeks ago.
my
I mean,
condolences.
it's yeah, so we can go through grief, which is the natural human process of having loved someone or something so beautifully, and also maintain our connection to them. And they can come through us in dreams. So pay attention to your dreams. Even if you think you don't remember them, you can request to remember them, and it's a practice that you do. Um, they can come to us in the natural world, as you are describing, with winged creatures and all sorts of other things. My father has been sending lots of feathers for me to find on my walks, which is usually my sign of the presence of love and spirit and divine energy. There's so many ways that they can, I guess, get our attention in this physical 3D realm, but also we can stay in the communication at the soul level with them. And yeah, it's something anybody can learn to do. Most of it is just self-trust.
Absolutely. I always say, trust yourself, trust yourself. You'd be surprised